And we are back live from Las Vegas at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. My name is Dave Vincent. This is the men's one-wall big ball finals. One of the greatest, if not the greatest, big ball one-wall artist of all time, John Rookie Wright, up against the current USHA national champion, Timbo Gonzalez. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Izzy Rivera.
How you doing, Dave? Pleasure to be here right now.
You see Timbo off to the left there in the black shirt, and then we have the Las Vegas, what does it say, County Jail Authority shirt from Rookie Wright in the orange as they get ready to start this match. This is going to be a real big one here. And you know, you play small ball and big ball. You love big ball, and you filmed and you've been present for a lot of the Rookie Wright matches. In fact, I'm assuming, Izzy, that you're one of those guys that have idolized Rookie, just like everybody else has. I have as well, and what he has done over his long, illustrious career.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. When I was coming up in the game of one wall in New York, you go through kind of a rank and file of one wall, and word passes on the streets, and Rookie's name comes out on top of every conversation you hear. Rookie's basically a living legend in the game of big ball one wall, and he's been dominating the game for about 20 years now. Right now, there's a lot of young upstarts threatening his crown, his claim at #1, and Timbo right now is one of them. Timbo just defeated him in the U.S. Nationals. Big ball.
Oh, look at that beautiful shot. That looked like a small ball that he just hit right there. Now, Rookie just lost in the finals of the small ball one-wall championship that they held here against Pee Wee Castro. He's a current one-wall small ball champion, but he's known for the big ball game. And I know you're probably there watching that championship, is he?
Yeah, I was. He was really hungry. He has a lot of hunger for the small ball national title. That's one of the only titles that he's never won in the entire history of his career.
Well, I think that solidifies him in the Hall of Fame right there. And not only that was he going to get it anyway, but look at that no-look right down the right wall shot from Rookie Wright. Now quick points being scored here in the finals.
Yeah, Timbo's going to have to put the pressure on him because Rookie has a lot of great position on his shots. His shots don't even have to be as crispy. That's what we call in New York. They don't have to be as crispy or perfect because his position is so strong every time he shoots.
And he stands right in the middle of the court. He just knows how to demand or command the middle or center of this court here. And is it because he's so big?
Well, that's part of it, but actually he does have a weak spot in his stance. His stance is a little bit off of the middle. It's slightly to the left. And what happens is he covers the left a little bit more to shift to his right, so that he can cause deception.
Look at that.
And he leaves his right open.
Yeah, you're right. So he goes over there because he may be forcing the player to hit it to his strong hand, but also covering more with his offhand, which is he admits isn't as good as his right.
Yeah,
but that was
see how he'll take it with his right there? He causes deception when he shifts with his right. Timbo's going to have to keep up that pressure, that aggression, to stop him from being able to make that shift.
Timbo Gonzalez from Brooklyn, New York.
Score is 0-7-4.
Yeah, Timbo came up in the game pretty fast. In the past 4 years, I was throwing Thursday tournaments in the Bronx, New York, and he was just a young kid with an aggressive attitude, but he had no game at all. But he had a lot of heart, and within 2 years, he was one of the top players.
1-7-4.
There was a point scored there, so if you're a traditional small ball player and you don't understand the scoring, Timbo held his ground. Rookie decided to take it with his right, and that's why he flipped it and got the loss of the point. That next one, though, that went over the top of the one-wall court. Now, who is the referee here, Izzy?
Well, I don't really know this guy. This guy is Rick from New York. He's probably kind of new on the scene. He likes the traveling aspect of it, the vacation aspect of the whole handball situation. But this is my first time meeting him.
Is he a good ref?
Yeah, he is. He knows, he knows one more.
3 serves 4 is the score here.
Yeah. See how Timbo shifts to the left a little to cover that? All right. Now he takes the center. See, on that shift, when they attempt to shift to the left to take it with their strong hand, they always leave their rights open. So that's what they're going to try to capitalize on each other.
That ball looked like it was short.
See how Rookie takes it with his right.
I thought that was a short ball.
I don't agree. I think that was good.
I didn't hear anybody call me.
I think that was good.
They said short. They said short.
You see, Timbo and I are, for the very first time, ever
I got people saying good.
we've actually agreed on something. Now, we have a replay, which I don't think we have replay available for this. I saw a short.
Nobody needs to call it. I don't have a short. I don't have a guy to short
I think
line.
they're kind of going to the crowd to this.
Which is the worst thing you could possibly do. You just need to go immediately get line judges.
I saw it good. I'm sorry. I thought it was good.
Now, they always make their way over to the broadcast booth, and we have no say in this whatsoever. But if there was a replay, which I know we're not going to have that available, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's more like a placebo effect.
Okay, well, it's going to take a second for the referee to get over here, and we will do an instant replay. We'll have the referee come up back behind in our broadcast booth. This will give these guys a much-needed break as well. We'll call this a TV timeout. You're watching the three-wall ball World Outdoor Handball Championships. We will look at this on the screen. I saw it short. Izzy saw it good, but we're going to take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. We're going to take a look at the replay right now. I saw it short, but let's look on the replay. Here is that serve from rookie Wright. Stop the ball now.
It was short. The ball was short.
It's a short ball, instant replay.
Yeah.
Now, and we need to get line judges as well. Hopefully the referee, Chris, will get that line judge all lined up here. This is a world final here. Yeah, you can clearly see that that ball hit before the line. Now we're going over to that side court where there is a little bit of big ball action on the other side court as the referee makes his way back over to the show court for one wall. They're looking for some line judges. Izzy, you have been supporting handball for a very long time with a lot of filming and just really getting a hold of community. Talk about the website that you've developed that is also promoting the one-wall game in New York.
The name of the website is called impactpro.us.
Impactpro.us.
Correct. Impact, like having an impact on the community, having an impact on the game of handball. And generally what it basically does is it kind of is centered around, I mean, the main aspect is big ball in all its aspects, all its forms. That's the main thing. But I want to like have a little bit of every version of the game.
Well, talk about that website. You know, you're also not only making an impact in the community, but you're filming a lot of these matches from all over the world, and then you're uploading them to the internet so people can watch. Now, what I found out from the pros is they're actually going back home and they're studying weaknesses. Like you're talking about a player shifting over to the left to, you know, maybe to compromise because of a weak left hand or an offhand. Some of these players are seeing that on video because of what you're doing with your website.
Yeah, generally I've started to see that on one of the Facebook pages, the California Handball Players page. I noticed that some of the guys are actually making comments after watching the videos and assessing the same thing. They're learning things that they never saw before while they were in the courts with the players. And they get a better aspect when sitting down and watching it and studying it.
We apologize for the delay, but it's much needed delay. The referee is lining up line judges to make sure that they see those short calls, and now we're back in. 4-3 is the score, not 5-3. Nice inside-out serve right there from Ricky. Now strokes that ball right down the middle. Izzy, how smart is it to hit the ball right down the middle at yourself? If you leave it up, it's a do-over in some cases or a block.
Side out.
Yeah,
but if you miss it,
yeah, well, you have to be real comfortable with hitting a straight shot in order to do that. Otherwise, it's a miss-hit. But Rookie's very comfortable with hitting a straight ball right next to his body. He's been doing it for years, and he could do it sleeping with his eyes closed.
He actually probably has done it.
Yeah, he probably
while he was sleeping with his
eyes closed. Matter of fact, I think his eyes are closed right now.
I hope his eyes are closed when he's sleeping. That's all. As opposed to having the eyes closed when you're or open while you're sleeping. I'm not sure.
Yeah. As it stands right now, the newer generation of top players are actually using the block stance way more efficiently than the older generation ever was. The older generation had a lot of angles. It was like centered all about angles. They start with the serve, take you out to the right, take you out to the left.
Last play? Can we review that last play? What was your call? They're disputing that it was a long ball. I saw it good, but we had no designated long line.
Let's ask our engineer director extraordinaire, Linda Manning. Now, we can't over-abuse this, but Linda, can we go to an instant replay? The ball was long out here outside of the camera view.
Right.
Now tell the referee that each player has 3 reviews, and if they are overturned on the review, they lose it. But if it's a good review, they get to keep it. For example, Timbo was correct in his of saying that the ball was short, so he still has 3, and that's for the whole match. Okay. Now we're going to look to see if this ball was long, you're saying? Let's take a look at the replay when it becomes available. What we can't do is delay this 10 minutes, Izzy, every single time a ball is being disputed. That's the reason why we have line judges. What Timbo, what he's trying to say is there should be 2 guys up near the short line and then 2 guys looking at the baseline as well. I mean, this is a serious thing, and these guys take it very serious. Let's take a look at this replay, see what the serve is from Timbo. The referee is in our box, and look at the return.
Here is actually Timbo's serve.
Okay, that's probably the wrong clip right there.
Okay, so this should be the wrong clip. So we're looking at Timbo's serve, whether it was long or short. Let's just keep going forward here. The play is going to take place right here. Instant replay brought to you by Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. Let's see where this lands.
It was good.
Oh, we really can't see it. I don't know how you...
I saw it. I saw it.
Okay, let's go back. Yeah. Slow that back.
Right, look at Rookie's left shoulder, and what you'll do is you'll see the ball drop right before his left shoulder covers it up. That's his right shoulder. Okay, there you go. Look at his left shoulder. You saw that? Saw that right there?
Let's go back, Linda. Let's go back and stop right.
See it again. It disappears at
right.
frame run.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
looks like it's on the outside of the
looks
line.
Like it's on the out. Looks like it's on the
Stop.
out. That's tough. That's a tough one, even with the review.
Let's stop this ball right here, Linda. Frame by frame, if
more.
you can. And as we look at this replay, it's in between lanes.
It's a tough one.
You have to know what to look for, but it's going to be right about there.
Yeah, it may have clipped the outside of the line, but a line is a line. But it's leaning towards that.
Now the line judge actually called an in ball. What we were looking for was a long. Did we see a long there?
Oh, there was no long. It was either
long?
out or in.
Okay. All right. So that dispute.
Yeah.
2 left.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we figured that all out there. We're doing instant replay here. We have 3 appeals, and that was a really tricky one because you can see the ball slicing in over the left shoulder there of rookie right. Unbelievable review right there. And we appreciate your eyes because I didn't actually see that live or on the replay. It was so quick.
Yeah, I have an eye. I do a lot of video editing, so I have to do things frame by frame just the same and catch those little things. So it's kind of just another day in the park. Here they go. He's about to serve up right now.
This might be one of those 5-hour matches.
Yeah. Yeah, this is New York style right here.
Score in. Ready? 4-75.
All right, Timbo's leaning more to the right-hand side of the court. Looks like he's ready. Oh, okay.
Point.
And now we're all together at 5 as rookie Wright is returning serve in the orange shirt that says Las Vegas County Jail on it. And I somehow don't doubt that.
Yeah, he probably jaywalked over here.
Point.
And had a bad experience with the police.
6-75.
You heard this score right there from the ref.
Excellent rally.
Point.
Timbo's just really athletic.
I'm surprised rookie doesn't appeal that.
Yeah, it was good, but I think he saw it clearly.
Point.
Incredible shot right there. I thought rookie made a great shot putting him out the door there.
Yeah, Timbo hit a great shot. I noticed that on this particular court, the surface of the wall, stiff arm wouldn't work as well as, let's say, a whip. So the whip is prevailing, you know,
9-75.
provided that it's, you know, proper technique. But the stiff arm is straightening out. A lot of angle shots with the stiff arm are straightening out, and they're not going out the back door.
Is a fish shot something that
awesome
one-wall players use very often?
On a punch, generally. Rare occasions, you got guys. There's a gentleman by the nickname Lenny the Human Racket. Punches the daylights out of the ball, and it's like a racket. And
how do you spell racket? Is that the same as like racquetball racket, or is it like racket as in?
No, not a racket, like a ruckus. No.
Okay, all right, okay. Lenny the Racket.
Yeah, the Human Racket. Yeah. And he's got a great command of the punch on the serve, and I think it was based on Satish Jagannathan's punch in big ball.
They call me Davey the Gravy, so I kind of it's kind of the same sort of thing, but mine's a food reference.
That was out.
Well, you gotta yell it. You gotta let me know because I keep running. You have to. That's why I told you.
Out. Yeah.
You gotta say out.
Rookie kind of taking command over the linesman flash. Chris told you.
Well, that's an old man knowing how to work the line judges. He's getting in the line judges' heads.
Score is 6-11.
It's a strange camera angle right there because the lights are shining right into that plexiglass that we have. They're now 7-11. Excuse me, long. Second serve. Wow. Timothy is really quick. Look at he almost gets
really
to that
fast.
one.
He's really fast. Rookie keeps a good position and a control on the center of the court.
7-11.
Hey, that's That's a poker reference right there.
Side out.
Great cross-court shot. He's got so much hustle. It's hard to get a ball past Timbo. It's really hard. He's notorious for retrieving and re-shooting virtually any ball you have to shoot.
Point.
Rookie playing a little sloppy right now.
12 serving 7. Point. 13 serving 7.
Oh, Timbo shifting.
Point.
Great court control.
14 serving 7.
Ball in play.
What's the dispute here, Izzy?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure right there. Yeah.
It wasn't a block though.
Timbo's making some kind of block call, but he shot it and went out. So I'm not sure.
I'm in the back there. I didn't hear anything.
The ref is disagreeing with Timbo even making a call at all.
Did you hear? Linesman. My man, did you hear hold it? Did you hear hold it? You heard that?
Linesman's really not focusing on this.
Yeah, Flash agreeing with Timbo's call.
He said he did hear it.
Yeah.
I said hold it, but it wasn't a block.
Referee just needs to take control and just say, this is this, and let's play ball. You see a lot of this in New York. You also see it in SoCal. What is it about the street game, or what is it about park handball that allows this sort of
Well, generally what it is if you are not a hardened veteran of the game and you're reffing a big game, it's like a boxing match. You can't get a beginning ref and throw him in a match with Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. Because look how Rookie's overpowering him. Rookie's trying to take authority over the ref. You won't be able to do that with a master of the game. A master of the game won't have it. They won't hear it. You get a Buddy Gant in there or an Emmett Fitzpatrick from New York. Those guys are legends. They won't have any of that. They say it, they speak it, they know it. You know, a lot of experience. This guy right here, Rick from New York, I really don't know him. I'm sure he knows the game of one wall in a general sense, but now here's the big show right here, where he has to deal with aggressive attitudes at the top level in a big match. You know, and it doesn't look like he's doing too well under pressure. You know?
And that's the difference between a really good, well-seasoned ref and one that probably knows all the rules, but
yeah, he looks like he's trying to compromise with the both of them. It's not about a compromise.
Yeah, you
got to be honest and truthful, because that's what it is in the end.
There's not a referee that I hate. You know what I mean? I mean, after it's all said and done, it's really just about the battle. So, so he needs to just realize that in the present moment and just get back there and call the score.
Yeah.
They're not going to hate you. He's trying to make these guys not hate him. See, he reaches over and touches Rookie. That's sort of like a sign of like, hey, I want you to know I'm not. Don't take this personally.
Yeah.
But Rookie's trying to work the angles here. He's down 7-14.
Yeah, Timbo looks like good control right now. Look, he's taking it. He's got a good control.
Point.
You know, and I think it's to the detriment of Rookie, who has literally played 100 matches on this one-wall court. I mean, those 40-year-old legs have to be feeling it right now, don't you think? Nice block right there from Rookie.
Rookie, I mean, you can't give him enough credit. He's a physical specimen. Look at that. He's the dragon. He's the last dragon of old-school handball. Like I can't even imagine anyone at that age being on top this long consecutively. It's unbelievable, to be honest.
Is a lot of it because of intimidation?
No, a lot of people play up to him, but Rookie is not the kind of player, even on the street, that turns down a game. Like a lot of top players, they protect their name, they protect their status, and they only bring it to tournaments. Otherwise, they're playing doubles. Rookie never turned down a match from anyone. And so that kept him knowledgeable about all the upcoming styles that were coming up. So he gets to watch you as a baby until you become a man in the game of handball. And so he kind of has that up on you mentally for a while, you know?
Well, that's a good take right there from Izzy Rivera from New York. You've worked alongside the WPH. You've helped us film a lot of these big ball matches out here in Southern California. You also have a amazing website where a lot of different handball communities are tuning in from around the country now because of what you've done. Talk about that website once again during this timeout.
Yeah, impactpro.us is basically marketing handball in a different way. is letting handball players know that there are others like they're out you with different versions of the game, that they're just as athletic as you are. Basically, New Yorkers have a kind of conceit about themselves. They think they're the best at everything, and handball is no different. We would go anywhere and believe that wherever we go, we're the best. But when WPH teamed up with World of Racquetball for the first 2010 Vegas tournament, we saw one of our top players lose in singles in this court here. That was Pee Wee Castro versus Sal Duenas. And that was a big shock because the game appeared to be almost a one-wall game. And so Pee Wee was able to execute his serves and still not win the game, and we thought that was unbelievable. And that woke us up to the fact that there's others somewhere else with an equal ability of New York one-wall handball skills.
Well, that's
So,
the amazing part of video. Not necessarily, this isn't about the WPH. This is really just about video, because people from one coast to the next, and also the passion of guys like Pee Wee Castro coming out here, like you said, never turning down a match. He knows that he doesn't necessarily fit the bill with some of these guys, but he's trying, and that's what it takes in order to break those barriers.
yeah.
Look at Rookie now,
yeah,
playing good ball. That ball out the left door.
Yeah, he's finding his groove. He's putting the pressure on, and now he's just, he's doing the dance. Left, right, left, right, left, right. See that? Right, left. Now, right, left, right. There you go.
Just on the line,
he's doing
too.
the dance, yeah.
That ball was definitely in.
Yeah, he's finding his groove, making Timbo run, but he's keeping court control.
Yeah, you play out here in this desert heat.
15.
What does it feel like, Izzy, to be out here and just like have that condensation inside your throat just get sucked out?
Yeah, it's a lot like being in a microwave. Not that I've been in one. Oh, great Superman dive. Not exactly G-Man style, but it was it was impressive for a 40-year-old
Sapo.
Top Gun, one wall. Looks like he enjoyed it. But the heat, it's not the same kind of heat you'd experience in New York. This thing gets you from the inside out. You're dried out within a few points. Sometimes the weather out here reaches like 105, 110 degrees on the handball courts. And that's not even counting the fact that you're overheating due to all the motion in the game and exertion.
What's that call right there? We see that the...
looks like there was some movement. Rookie had movement. He tried to hold his stance, but then he moved so the ball wouldn't hit him.
Giving too much breaks on one. You moved, Tim. You moved before the ball bounced twice.
Tim or Rookie?
Okay, so he said the same thing that you said. And then you really don't see much of an argument from Timbo Gonzalez here. Timbo knows that there was a little shift. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
But I don't know how Rookie could have ever even seen that ball to begin with. Also, what about a safety hold where if Rookie hits that ball, he's going to hurt his shoulder or his elbow? Or, I mean, is that called where you just, I can't, you're on me, I can't?
No, that doesn't exist unless you're doing a wide swing and somebody from the side, actually from sideways, runs into your wide swing. And then they threaten to injure you like that. But otherwise, there wouldn't be a back swing or a forward swing that should cause any injury. It would be considered like tailgating. If that happens, it's like you're not running at the right time or anything like that. But when you make a shot, somebody shouldn't run in on your swing. That would be the danger of an injury, which happens all the time.
It's out. It's out.
Yeah, they're still arguing about the play right now.
I just want to make sure it's not a hinder. It's out. It's like they totally missed it.
So it sounds to me as if our tournament guru, Steve Soto, is making some calls here.
Yeah. I could just faintly hear what he's saying to Rick. But it looks like he's kind of taking charge where Rick is a little lacking in that area.
14, 15.
I mean, it's not about making friends and being cool. That's not what generally what it's about. You got to have authority here. Let the best man win. 14 serving 15. Rookie made a comeback. See, he keeps a good stance, but Timbo gets right in there, you see. Like, he knows how to go right in. There's no injuries involved. He scoops right around him.
15 serving 14.
And shoots to the right with his left.
Score here is 15-14. Unbelievable handball with Timbo Gonzalez and Ricky Wright.
There you go. There's a block right
now,
there.
why don't they just say that that's a side out? Because you're not giving them a fair advantage to hit the ball. You're actually, why don't I just purposely move every single time I hit a ball? Really? I mean, because then I get that good, powerful serve again. I can call it over.
Yeah.
16 serving 14.
I don't know why they made the rules like that. Generally, in the kind of like the older time of handball, about 15, 20 years ago, there was so much less of this. This wasn't even really an issue. It was so much angles. There were so many angles involved. You see Rookie right there would hit you with angles, take you out, and then hit you another angle. And, he could finish it with a shot in the front, but you'd be so far out the court that it wouldn't even matter.
14,
But when
16.
you're directly behind an opponent and they shoot in front of themselves, and you can do it consistently, great position right there. Look at that. A lot of deception by Rookie. Rookie's finding his groove again.
So as the ages go by, the game is slowly morphing into what becomes more of a fad at area park.
Exactly.
I think all sports do that, by the way.
Yeah, there are trends in everything, and handball is no different. You see a lot of trends. Some guys start trending overhand tomahawks with their left, and you'll see a trend in that. You'll see everybody start doing it. If something big happens at a big tournament, you'll see the next week everybody in every park is emulating that particular shot or that particular style. It happens all the time.
16, 17, 15.
All sports morph.
Yeah.
The players are also becoming more powerful.
See that movement right there? He could have called on that right there. You see that right there?
Yeah.
Timbo's keeping him from getting a clean swing. That was a little dirty right there.
It was dirty, but Timbo had to get out of the game.
Trying to take control, but Timbo takes it back. Yeah, Timbo took it back. Generally, Timbo's come up playing Rookie a lot, and he's not intimidated by Rookie, and he knows Rookie's game. He followed the top players around the city, played them all, kind of adapted to their style, and developed a great confidence and a knowledge of their game. So he now knows how to impose his will. Even when you're trying to impose yours, he can retake it back.
You're watching the WPH World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships. I say 3-wall ball, but we're watching the 1-wall big ball finals right here at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino parking lot. That is a look back from the front wall, unfortunately, into the light. You're seeing the different rays of light coming into that plexiglass screen there.
Yeah,
looked like our screen got keyed by somebody across the front of that. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Izzy Rivera. Izzy, you've come out and supported us all season long. Why is that? Why have you traveled across country to play in these big ball events? And also, of course, your significant other, Melissa Skye, who is, I believe, ranked number 3 right now in the rankings, and she's come all the way across the coast. Have you guys considered moving out to the left coast?
Yeah, actually we have. We've been talking about it a lot. We love the California scene. We love the people, specifically the Ruiz family. I can't say enough about the Ruiz family. Shorty Ruiz, Ricky Ruiz, Rambo, Mama Ruiz. I mean, they've showed a hospitality. They let us know about what it is to have that Cali love. And the handball scene out here is great with the WPH. So we actually have been considering it, and we're making plans to see how things work out within the next 6 months right now. Great shot by Rookie right there.
Side out.
I thought that ball could have been close to being out.
It was good.
But there is a lot of love. You almost like immediately feel like you're part of the family, right?
Yeah, I mean, they really rolled out the red carpet. I can't say enough about them. I love them.
Side out.
That's an understatement.
And then you made friends with Derek Piper, who's also a great supporter. And then
Derek Piper.
Sergio.
He's actually a 1-wall player out here in Cali. It's great to play against him. He's got a different style. He's got a Cali style of 1-wall handball. So it's great to see that. It's almost like a different culture of 1-wall when you come out here. Nice shot by Timbo. Great court control. But yeah, we're considering moving out here. We just have to take care of some responsibilities back in New York before we can make that final decision. Melissa loves 3-wall. She would like to be one of the pioneers of the big ball female scene out here too. Great play by Rook. Great control. 16-18. This is a neck-and-neck game right here.
16 serving 18. Point. 17 serving 18. Point.
I don't know if you've tuned into some of our other live broadcasts.
18 serving 18.
As we see this all squared up at 18 here, but you're familiar with Dave Fink, and he's my normal commentary. Talk about Dave here. I know we're in the middle of this. Now, Rookie's going to go and ask for a contact, I believe.
You did move.
Is that what he said?
I didn't hit a hold. You did move. You did
no,
move,
it's
Timbo.
a moving
Just
block
a standard block.
violation. But
move,
talk about Dave Fink. If you've actually listened to the live broadcast, how good is that guy as a color commentary, and how do you feel that you're doing here as your first dry run?
Well, I mean, you can't even, I might as well not even be here. You can't fill Dave's shoes. I'm wondering why he's not here. Maybe it was the baby. Congratulations, Dave and Trish, on the newbie. It's great. It's not just Dave Fink alone, but the duo, the dynamic duo of Vincent and Fink. They work magic together. The sorcerer and the magician. They work magic in the commentary booth, and it kind of gives a great ambiance to everybody watching on the broadcast. It's great. It makes the entire thing feel special. We love it. We want to hear it. And actually, what it does is it makes a normal video without commentary seem kind of lame. And you kind of want commentary in every video. So you set the bar high. You guys set the bar really high. And to have that kind of chemistry on broadcast is a plus. It's a plus.
Well, I apologize for fishing for a compliment there, but really, I just, you know, I can say it all day long and talk about how great I think Dave Fink is, but it's coming from me, you know, and coming from somebody else, you know. It's interesting to hear somebody else's perspective. I know you watch a lot of video, and you know, you don't have to always agree with what we're saying.
Yeah.
But we are saying something, and it's about a sport that we love. Why is it that you like the game of handball? What is it about handball? I mean, you could have taken up frisbee golf. You could have gone out and done it's something that's completely unrelated, but it's also athletic. I mean, obviously, you're a top handball player. You could have easily played any other sport, basketball, soccer. Why handball?
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't like handball at all, actually. I didn't think slapping something was a masculine thing. I felt punching something was much better. But it turns out that when you actually get to know the game, and it can happen very fast, very simple, handball is essentially a very masculine thing. It's as close as you can get to combat without actually hitting anyone. It's the only martial art of type of ball game, basically. You know, it feels like martial arts. It feels like some form of combat, except there's no physical contact with your opponent.
Right, I agree with that.
There's a natural high that comes with good contact and execution of a shot. And the endorphins, when they run, you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going at it and keep getting that feeling.
Well, that's what I always say. You know, it's like sort of like a one-on-one thing, but it's not just you versus somebody else. It's almost like you versus you, because it's about your own shot.
Exactly. There's two enemies there on the court. Your first is your opponent, and the second is yourself. And this is about mastery over both. And actually, there's three when you consider the environment at large. The environment, the conditions which you play in, the different surfaces, the temperature, you know, whatever conditions that your environment bring, you know. So you have three enemies out there, and you have to be able to adapt. Adapting is one of the biggest issues. Rookie has an issue right now with heat, and he's learned to deal with it much more efficiently, but he's been known to go through heat stroke before. He's been known to go in an ambulance from a tournament, you know? So he's had about 3 incidences where he had to go and leave a tournament due to heat stroke or heat issues, you know? But here in the desert, he's handling it pretty well. He's been in a lot of events, and he's holding up well. So he's learned a lot. He educated himself about hydration, and he's here in the long run, in the long haul at 40 years of age, hanging in there in the finals in the small ball and the big ball. One-wall category. And he's been simply on this court all day long. That's what it looks like. And he's wanting to say to the referee that he believed that there was some what you call dirty movement from Timbo there, but frankly, well, Timbo has an unusual game where he uses a doubles game in singles. That kind of block technique is generally used in doubles, and he's kind of mastered the art of it. And it's kind of a dangerous style to master because you threaten to hit yourself with the ball constantly when you use a style like that. But Timbo has gotten it down to an art form, basically. And he's mastered it well. You don't get a clean swing, and then he can make a move right after that. He explodes. He has a great first step. You know? Can you talk about the New York rules just, you know, briefly for us as we sit here and watch as Rookie has 21 and 19. A lot of people will look at this and say, okay, game one's over, because that's what you play to is 21 points. What are the rules that are out here right now in this game right here? Are we going to 25? Yeah, we're going to 25 here, which is a choice that's made depending on what tournament you're in. Some tournaments, they stay 21 game the entire time, even in the finals. But for the spectators' sake, a lot of events, they try to prolong the game so that spectators can get a better, enjoyment of the experience of watching the game for a little longer, watching two top guys go at it for longer. And there's less pressure knowing that the game is longer, so you get to see stronger action and more relaxed action, which is just better eye candy for the audience.
Well, I really don't necessarily know what's going on here, but they were talking about calling blocks and talking to the players, but you don't see any arguing here.
Yeah, I think both guys don't mind at all. They'd like the delay to get some air back without actually calling a timeout.
Point.
Now listen to the score here from the referee, because Timbo's making
27-21.
Making a nice comeback here.
Yeah. Oh, so that Timbo
Point.
basically bunting the ball with his left down the left
Score
corner.
is 21-21.
We're all together at 21.
See that block, good stance. Rookie makes a nice shot.
Side out.
Wow, that was an impressive shot right there from Rookie.
Yeah.
You don't have to play big ball or one wall to understand how
Score is 21,
unbelievable that was. First of all, he didn't even see it, and he rolled it flat.
Yeah, that's an issue of just knowing your environment. That's one of those issues right there, knowing the timing of the ball. I mean, it's almost blindfolded. You become at one with the environment, at one with the court, at one with your opponent. Almost like that movie, The Last Dragon, when you get that glow, you know, you just feel it, you know. And he's got the good muscle memory to go with it.
Oh, wow, inside out.
Point.
Took Timbo across the middle and went back
Great
down
combo.
the left.
Good two-hit combo right there.
I only watch movies that involve food, like 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
Score is 23-21.
Trying to come up with a food movie reference,
Yeah, I know,
but I
it's
forgot
really
them all.
bad.
I forgot them all. So I'm still thinking. I know Michael Moore probably has one.
Well, I was thinking there's that movie 30 Days,
Time out.
which is that documentary about McDonald's,
Yeah, okay, that's one.
which
One
we call
minute.
foreplay in my trailer park. You see, Rookie, I believe, is at, so we're playing one game match of 25.
Yeah.
So the crowd's really quiet here.
Oh.
It's unbelievable because
Yeah.
they're all over there watching, but I believe they don't know what the cadence is with one wall. Like
Well,
they're kind
you
of
know what it
afraid.
is? It's the stalling. It's kind of the delays and the arguments. They're kind of taking the energy out of the flow of the game. The game is not flowing. You can't get into a rhythm. Everything that happens when one guy gets an advantage, the other guy's stalling, calling a block, taking a huge long, not even a timeout, but basically a break to discuss his point. And in essence, they're getting a rest, and so is the crowd. The crowd's attention is resting.
Now, I've watched a lot of your videos, and I see that you guys will edit all that stuff out. So all you see is action, action, action. Is that the reason why? Because it makes it more interesting? Like
Absolutely, absolutely. As you know, I'm a fan of the game, and I know that as a fan, watching a video, you can lose interest if it's not done right. And since there's no commentary, the very least you can do is you can take out all the fluff, all the breaks, the timeouts, fetching a ball, arguing, and you can put it together seamlessly and keep the audience entertained with a nice flow.
Well, that makes sense, and I actually love that too, because it's something that, you know, I'm not a filmographer, but I'm an artist in some way, or maybe I'm autistic.
Decorating
I'm not sure,
your hamburger with ketchup.
I write the Pac-Man face when I cut. but I watch that stuff and I go, wow, that's really interesting, because it actually looks like the game's more exciting or something because it's sped up or
yeah. It's
however.
got a great seamless flow to it, and your attention is on it, and your attention doesn't leave. And when a great shot happens, you can go right back to it and analyze it, see how it was set up, see how the shot was executed, and you're just more entertained and educated about what actually happened.
21.
Here it is, match point. Oh, and there it is.
Wow.
Rookie Wright takes down Timbo Gonzalez 25-21.
In the very first one-wall Vegas event. So this is another title to his resume. He loves titles to the resume.
Well, he has all the titles.
Yeah, well, this is a new one, and this is what makes him hungry. This is what keeps him coming. A new title.
I asked him, before this tournament started, I said, you know, I just want to get a little bit of information for the broadcast. What title have you not won? And he stopped and looked up in the sky, and then he started doing that where he squares his jaw and rubs his chin a little bit.
Yeah.
He said, you know, back in he started quoting 1980 something.
Yeah.
I was 14. And that's how he started it.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, no, I don't want to know what you did when you were 14. But apparently he did not win something when he was 14 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might have been a basketball tournament, and he would, you know. But I know that in 96, 97, one of the handball organizations was trying to organize handball, and they gave applications to all the handball players. And on the application, one of the questions on the application was, what have you done? How many tournaments have you won? And everybody fills in what their greatest achievement is or how many tournaments they won. Rookie just wrote down too many to count.
Which
So
is,
it was totally being honest about it. So
the referee handing us the microphone. Good job on reffing that match. You know, that's so true, though. I mean, there is just too many. As we take a quick look at that Stratosphere, you see that little tiny white dot heading up toward the Stratosphere? That's the camera after the jumper jumps. Now, I don't know why it's just hanging out there. It's almost like maybe the guy didn't make it all the way down to the ground. It just stalled.
Yeah, well, I know that Ricky Ruiz took a flying leap with Derek Piper out there. So, you know, I don't think they were the same after that. That might have affected their results in the event. But that's not something that, you know, I would look forward to being a part of or knowing about. I don't want to know anything about that camera and where it's coming from and where it's going. You know?
No kidding. We're going to wrap this up. Izzy, you did a great job.
Thanks a lot,
appreciate
Dave.
so much that you come in here to give us another little insight on this one-wall championship.
Okay,
we have the
appreciate
women's
it.
doubles and big ball coming up next. We have to wrap it so they can get that camera moved back over to the show court. This is a late-night match, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I would just go back to the hotel room, turn ESPN on, and start you know, looking at all the pictures we took today. This right here is actually more enjoyable. So we're going to watch your counterpart, Melissa Skye, up against with Ashley Moeller, and they will be playing, I believe.
I think it's Sandy Ang and Tracy Davis.
That's going to be a match.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You want to stay here for that? Or?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I'd love to commentate on this.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout, though, as we get
it.
warmed up and move that camera over. For Izzy Rivera, Linda Manning, Ben Garad, my name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. We'll have the Women's Pro Double Finals next here in Las Vegas. Stick around at racefor8.com.
See you in a few.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.